Greeting mortals, it is I, Space the Gamer, and welcome to my new episode of Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Yeah, last time we went to this city to get a lot of tutorials in this Bracer Guild. And today we're gonna go in and begin our adventure. Okay. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Good morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish this training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. Sorry that I can't see what I have in front of me. It's so dark in my room. I can't even find my watch. Whatever. I'll manage without that. So yeah, let's find this... What was her name? Shara? Sherazard person. The Star and the Hanged Man. The Hermit and the Magician. Huh. So she's doing fortune telling with tarot cards. And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Shara speaking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, Axel is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an argument with some practice eventually. Probably. Man. Everybody likes to pick on Estelle. I guess there's not much I can do except hope for the best. Let's have this hope. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Oh, you don't say. That wasn't standing up for you? And what was that? I wonder. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best accurately. I like Joshua. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. Sure, let's get right down to it. A ton of tutorials. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Oh, so we're starting the tutorials. Oh, and I'm sorry that I'm so quiet, but it's already night in my house, and my family are watching some films or something else on TV, so I don't want to be too loud and disturb them. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Hope you don't mind. Let's get down to this tutorial, shall we? Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed specium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. Okay. About bracers. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. And let's learn about Liberal Kingdom. Like liberal from libera? Like... or is it just a coincidence? Free Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liberal in which we live sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent. Zemurian, okay. And abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence, as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of Orbal-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. Okay, and that's about all. And yeah, I'm not feeling so high today. It was my first day of school, and I ain't too happy about that. I hope you folks had a good start of the school year, because I didn't. I already have tons of homework. I mean, like, from the hardest subjects like math and physics. Okay, but enough about that. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I am going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my dash parked at the desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful still. She sure is. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's go. Let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. What is objective? Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, get one for each of yourselves. So, those orby things that make magic, these are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Brace. We get the fucking notebook. Seriously, I was hoping to go get those orb things to learn magic or something. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find anywhere, these kinds of trivial things can often become clues. Yeah, usual RPG stuff. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Yeah, I agree with Estelle for once. Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of all events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I get it. Make sure you do. Alright, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. Yeah, I sure see it. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I get it. Don't need to explain such obvious stuff. A trial. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. Seems simple enough. Okay, where's that? Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. Very good. Looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Oh, excuse me, do you take us for idiots? It's a freaking bulletin hanging on the... It's a piece of paper. Is reading really that hard? I mean, come on. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions as bracers performs on their job. I think anyone would check this out if it's literally in front of the entrance. You read it by chance, because it's in front of your face. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the job themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Let's see how long will you keep that up. Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha! Well, before that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What we'll be doing this time? You literally read the job description. You should know. We're going to sewers and we're gonna find some chests. We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Mulder's Orbal Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Oh crap. Wait a minute. Here is where you will learn how to use an Orbal Factory services. At an Orbal Factory you can modify your ornaments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbal arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and if mastered can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these Orbal factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Mulders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here? No problem, leave everything to me. Yay, more reading. This is going to be annoying. So, what is it that you would like to know about? Yay. More exposition, I can see crap. And I'm too lazy to turn on the light. Still can't find my watch. I don't. Okay, let's just read this all and get it over with. Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship, engines, and so on are also types of orbments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. So, essentially, it's materia from Final Fantasy VII. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and the lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the center slot is open, but the other slots must be opened at an Orbal factory like this. It will take a fair amount of Sepif to AP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is... okay. Orbal quartz. Arts quartz. Simply put, Orbal arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the Orbal energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since Orbal arts can be mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. Yeah, probably. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an Orbal factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts that one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental use. Well, gee, Captain Obvious. In reality, arguments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think information should suffice for now. Yes, thank you. I don't want to read that much, but I don't want to bore my viewers either. Hey, let's go for quartz. Quartz are circuits made from sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of those effects until the quartz has been installed in the slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your orbment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. And the last one, please, no more reading after this. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Sepith can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the Orbal Factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbment slots in which to install this synthesized quartz. Okay, that's about it. Okay. It looks like Mr. Mulders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that you're going to need some sepith and several things. With that amount you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particle orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Okay, if you say so. Joshua is a time mage, apparently. Normally, at a shop you would be able to exchange sepith for Mira, but for this training you will not be able to use this service. Yada 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 yada. If you need to use the Orbal Factory, give Freddy a holler over there. Oh, so this guy. Hi Freddy. Hi there, it looks like you two are doing well in your training. If you would like to modify your ordnance, please select. Okay, sure. First of all, what do we have here? Okay, so let's get this back. Quartz. HP. Let's synthesize. I don't know what we'll do. Let's. Oh, I get it. Where does it show how much does it cost to make? Yes. Oh, I see. Those rocks. Seems simple enough. Let's synthesize everything we can. Okie dokie. And slots. Estelle. How do I do this? I suck at this. I have no idea how to work this. Insufficient sepith? What do you mean insufficient? Oh. So what do I do with those things that I synthesized just now. Let's open the menu. Augment. So where are my thingies that I bought? Oh, here they are. Okay. Aha, I'm working this thing out. Slot is sealed. Well, fantastic. Let's see, Joshua. Time quartz only, you say. So, is this time quartz? Okay. Why can't I put anything here? Oh, so you finished installing your quartz, have you? Since you have both recovery and attack arts set up, it appears that you don't need any more instruction from me about how to do this task. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your Bracer notebooks contain information about which cards allow you to use which arts. If you would like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your Bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. First of all, I'm going to have you both open a new slot in your orbments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them early on. Now, I want you to use this Cepheid and open a slot on each of your orbments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Okay. Orbment. Can I open this? Wait. I didn't mean that. Oops. I'm messing up already. Good. I'm not sure what I am doing here, honestly. What am I supposed to do again? Man, this is so unprofessional. Armament. Good grief, I have no idea what I am even doing here. Help. If you choose slot from the Orbital Factory menu, you can open any slot. Oh, you could have said that sooner. Estelle. Okay. Aha! Screw you too. And... okay. And let's attack one. Okay. Yeah, I did good. Praise me. I see you've managed to open one of your orbments slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is limited to a particular elemental, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test. Again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Yes, you did. And I played this game 2 days ago and I still remember about that. Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. It's only Estelle. I'm sure other people are better than her in many ways. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. I mean, like, now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more working? Well, bye bye. Joshua, help me! Good grief. Mr. Mulder's Freddy, thank you for all your help. I'll mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. Well, thanks folks for your help, but we've got a test. All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What is it? What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kinda wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? I mean, you've read the job application, right? It clearly described the job. We're going to sewers to find some chests and come back here, right? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? Apparently. You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, I surely did, and I remember what the job is. Man, she's an airhead and a goofball. Yeah, and... You're freaking kidding me. How can you be so freaking dumb, Estelle? I mean, seriously. Bruh. You don't even... And it even made you jot down what you read in your Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. Oh, so those notebooks are especially for Estelle because she's Estelle. Good to know. That game doesn't take me for an idiot. It takes Estelle for an idiot. Hey, I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. Ah, divine ideas. What is this, some sort of God in this world? I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're already saying is that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital factory. Ah, I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like a grand memories indeed. What lives? Unfortunately, Gil, I have to endure all of that, and I just started my second year of high school, which is apparently the hardest one. Yay. School. Go to hell. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go up and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. Do not mention homework around me, please. Haha, we'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. We have to find a chest, damn it! Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the swords is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. No sweat. Probably just level 1 goblins. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tearbaum. This is the thing that heals us, and monster guide is pretty self-explanatory. It's like Pokédex, but for monsters. What's this book for? It's called a monster guide. It's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. Yeah, a Pokédex. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. Yeah, unlike someone we know. Estelle. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to a good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Yeah. But unfortunately, we won't be taking this exam right now because I'm recording for almost 40 minutes right now. That's way too much. And I'm sure you're probably bored with all this reading and text. So I'll be ending right here. I'll probably add something like, you can skip this episode if you don't want to be bored, because it's a whole bunch of tutorials, nothing important. So, if you like this episode, I don't know why would you like it, but whatever, then rate, comment, subscribe, and also follow me on social media like my Twitter or my animal list or whatever else, wherever else you find me on the internet. Look forward to my next episode of The Legend of Heroes: Trails in the Sky. I'll see you next time, folks. Space the Gamer, out.